Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today's discussion is on interracial marriages that is being celebrated abroad, the validity of such marriage here in Nigeria, how recognized and how valid is such marriage here in Nigeria, and also the divorce procedures that are involved for interracial marriage celebrated abroad. And again, you that is watching me, you're planning to get married to a white man or a white woman, sit down and watch this video to the end. You that is already married to a white woman or a white man, sit down and watch the video to the end. And you that has a friend that is married to a white woman or a white man, sit down, watch this video to the end, and at the end of the day, you share it to that your friend. Okay? In a simpler term, what we're going to discuss today is how valid is an interracial marriage celebrated abroad, how valid it is here in Nigeria, how it can be recognized, and again, in case of divorce, can you divorce such marriage here in Nigeria, being that you as a Nigerian, you married a foreigner in abroad, in another country, in a foreign country, that is interracial marriage. If you want to divorce such marriage, how can you go about it? The disadvantages of interracial marriage, what you don't know about interracial marriage, what those people that are already in interracial marriage are not telling you. You don't want to miss all this, so sit back and watch. But before we go into that in details, I would like to give you a countdown of 10 Nigerian celebrities that are married to a foreigner. 10 Nigerian celebrities that are involved in interracial marriage. Number one is Ufoma McDermott. She is married to his English man, Steve McDermott, and they have one girl and one boy. And their marriage was conducted in 2010. Yes, and the second person on our list is Ike Obuna. He is married to his Colombian wife, Sonia, and the marriage happened in 2015, and they are blessed with a girl. The next person is Mikel Obi. He is a Nigerian footballer. And again, about Ike Ogbonna, for those of you that doesn't know him, he's a Nigerian actor. He's an Hollywood actor, and Ifeoma McDermott is also a Nollywood actress. So with her, she has one boy and a girl with the husband, Steve McDermott, and Ike Ogbonna married his Colombian wife, Sonia, and they have a girl together. And Mikel Obi, a Nigerian footballer, married to his European girlfriend, and they have twins, two girls. And the next is Uche Jumbo. Uche Jumbo is a Nigerian actress too, and also a producer. She is married to Rodriguez. She's married to Kenny Rodriguez. Yes, she is married to Rodriguez, and they have a son together, Matthew Rodriguez, and they did their wedding in 2012. Same with Mikel Obi, 2012. The next is Kate Henshaw. She was married to a British man by the name James, and in 1999, and they had a daughter. They had a daughter together, 2000. But currently, they are not married again. Another person is Regina Asker. You might know her, or I'll leave her picture behind. I'll leave her picture on the screen. She's married to an American husband by the name Williams, and they have a boy and a girl together. The next in line is Chelma Topolis. She is married to a UK-based businessman in the name Topolis. And again, they have three children together. The next person is Susan Peters. She married to an American in 2015 here in Lagos State. And the last person on the list is Cora Obidi. We all know that one. She's married to an American man, a doctor from America, but currently they are no longer married. 10 Nigerian celebrities that are engaged in interracial marriage. And for those of you that doesn't know the exact meaning of interracial marriage, is a marriage between a Nigerian and non-Nigerian. Somebody that is from Nigeria and somebody that is not from Nigeria. That's what we call interracial marriage. Now that we have listed the popular interracial marriages that we have here in Nigeria, let's go ahead and talk about the legal aspect of this interracial marriage. On daily basis, many Nigerians marry foreigners, but why we are using these popular ones is to use them as analysis so you understand what we're talking about and where we are heading to. So now it's about the legal aspect of this interracial marriage. What are you to consider? What are you to bear in mind if you want to involve yourself in such marriage, or if you have someone that is involved in such marriage? What you have to bear in mind about the legality of such marriage here in Nigeria, about how recognized such marriages is here in Nigeria, or how you make such marriage contracted outside to be valid here in Nigeria. That is what we're going to look at. And talking about the legality of such marriage, there are so many things that are being laid down by law that will make your marriage that is celebrated abroad, your interracial marriage that is celebrated abroad, that will make it to be valid and well recognized here. And again, in case of divorce, there are also some procedures that Nigerian law has laid down for people that are involved in interracial marriage to be able to get divorced here in Nigeria, even when they did not solemnize their marriage here in Nigeria. Marriage between a Nigerian and a non-Nigeria celebrated abroad, which we call interracial marriage, can be legalized here, can be recognized here, and can be valid here in Nigeria on two circumstances. Under two circumstances. Number one is that the marriage must be conducted in the office of a Nigerian diplomatic or a consular office of the rank of a secretary or above in their office. Then the second one is that the marriage must be done in accordance and strict compliance to the laws of that country which the marriage is being celebrated. These are the two grounds on which a marriage between a Nigerian and non-Nigerian celebrated abroad can be valid here in Nigeria, can be recognized here in Nigeria as a valid marriage. Let's further explain these two grounds where a marriage celebrated abroad can be valid here in Nigeria and recognized here in Nigeria. Number one, which we already mentioned, a marriage in the consular's office, a Nigerian diplomat, a consular office that is of the rank of secretary or above. Let's put more light, let's expatiate this one the more so that you understand it, because under this there are still other things that you need to do, strict compliances that you need to abide by to make it recognized here in Nigeria. And one of it is that one of you must be, one of the parties involved must be a Nigerian citizen. Yes. Then the second thing is that the marriage must be conducted. It must be conducted by a Nigerian diplomat or a consular officer of the rank of a secretary or above. The number three thing that you need to note is that it must be conducted in their office. The solemnization of the marriage, the contracting of the marriage must be conducted in their office. If it's conducted outside their office, then it is void. On to the next stage that makes your marriage conducted abroad valid and recognized here in Nigeria, which we have already mentioned before, but I want to explain it in details now. And it says that if you contracted your marriage abroad with the compliance, strict compliance of the law of such country, and in that country that the marriage is valid, then here in Nigeria, your marriage will be recognized as valid. Let me say it again. If you're a Nigerian married to a foreigner in a foreign land, and the marriage is being solemnized according to the laws of that country, in strict compliance to the laws of that country pertaining your marriage solemnization, if it is legal there, if your marriage is legal there, then coming down here in Nigeria, your marriage certificate and your marriage is also legal. Reason is because under the law which you and your wife, you and your spouse contracted the marriage, that the marriage is legal under the law of that country. Hope you get that. So that is it about all you need to know about your interracial marriage contracted abroad how the marriage can be valid here in Nigeria, how the marriage can be valid and recognized here in Nigeria. Now we are moving over to divorce. Marriage you contracted with a foreigner in a foreign country. How can you divorce such marriage here in Nigeria? That's the next thing we're going to talk about. So stay tuned. When it comes to divorce of interracial marriage conducted abroad, there is one thing generally that you need to have in mind, both about divorce both on ordinary marriage and special marriage. Ordinary marriage is a marriage between a Nigerian and a Nigerian, and special marriage is a marriage between a Nigerian and a non-Nigerian, or even a non-Nigerian to a non-Nigerian here in Nigeria. I hope you get that. Let me rephrase this in case you didn't get it. Ordinary marriage is a marriage between a Nigerian and a Nigerian. A special marriage is a marriage between a non-Nigerian and a Nigerian citizen. It can also be a marriage between a non-Nigeria with a non-Nigeria here in Nigeria. So the general thing you need to have in mind when it comes to divorce about a special or ordinary marriage here in Nigeria is that domicile confers jurisdiction on the Nigerian courts in case of divorce. Your domicile is your place of living, where you live, where you reside, where you go to work to, where you go to work from, where you go to your offices from, where you go to churches from, where you go to church from, where you do things, where you live for years. That is domicile. Domicile confers jurisdiction on the court. It means that if you are not domiciled as of the point and the moment you want to petition for divorce here in Nigeria, that the court doesn't have the jurisdiction to divorce your marriage. That is domicile. That is conferring jurisdiction on the court. But if you're domiciled here in Nigeria, the time you petition for divorce, then the court has the jurisdiction to now attend to your divorce petition and grant you divorce. But if you're not domiciled here in Nigeria, whether your marriage is being contracted abroad or whether your marriage is being contracted here in Nigeria, if you're not domiciled from the moment and time that you petition for divorce, then the court cannot do anything to help you. The court doesn't have the jurisdiction to divorce you. So domicile is the general thing and basic thing that confers jurisdiction to the court in case of divorce for both ordinary marriage and special marriage here in Nigeria. So note that if a person is domiciled here in Nigeria, he or she can petition for divorce in any high court of any state. If you're domiciled here in Nigeria, in any state at all in Nigeria, you are free to petition for divorce in any state too at all here in Nigeria, so long as you are domiciled as of the point you petition for the divorce. Example, you live in Abuja but you want to petition for your divorce in Lagos, you are free to do so. That is it about marriage and divorce between a Nigerian and a non-Nigerian, popularly known as interracial marriage. That is about the marriage and divorce of a non-Nigerian and a Nigerian in a foreign country. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share my video, subscribe to my channel. See you guys next time. Please don't forget to subscribe, okay? Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.